Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. And once again, outstanding guest. Whatever you're doing, you better stop because we're going to be moving today. We're going to start out with Sarita Lee. She's the new Register of Wills. I mean, when I say new, I'm talking about days, you know what I mean? She won her election handily. Welcome to the Ed Brown Show,
Thank
Sarita.
you. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Tell us about this outstanding, stunning win and some of the things that you're going to do.
Well, actually, I won re-election. I won by over 30,000 votes. I'm proud to say thank you for the voters and supporters of this county who voted me back in office. I appreciate that. And some of the things that I'm going to do starting out now is for the first time I will have my brochures in Braille.
In Braille.
My first term,
Fantastic.
I had brochures now in Spanish as well as Braille, so that's something new. That's a first. And I will be speaking to a group, a blind group, for the first time ever. So that's good. Some of the things that I've been doing is doing presentations on the importance of having a will and what to expect when you come to my office to open up an estate. I average over 75 presentations per year, so that's an awful lot.
Right? Wow.
But you know, this is a large county. Yes, this is a large county, so I continue to enhance that as much as possible. Sometimes now even doing a presentation and sending a copy on DVD, which is good. I have an annual school supply drive and Christmas drive that I do toys and coats for kids. There's one family that I've adopted since I've been in office. We maintain a relationship with them.
They're in the county?
Yes, they're in the county. It's a family of 4. So we've adopted that family.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So we've increased that. So we always help with school supplies. As a matter of fact, this past year we had enough school supplies to help 2 families, and then we took some supplies to Mattapanai Elementary School. We were able to help those students. And as you well know, when I first went into office, I started Saturday hours every first Saturday of the month. I'm open from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. And I started
yeah, you told me about this Saturday stuff. Boy, that was like that.
Exactly.
Because most of them are working, 9 to 5. So, hey, this Saturday, I like that early voting too,
That was very good. I like that too.
I like that.
No long lines.
Right.
So that helped an awful lot. And I highly encouraged everyone to do that. So that went very well. That went very well.
Okay, continue to some of those things.
Some other things that I've done, we have now, since I've been in office, over 4,000 wills for safekeeping. So when I speak to people, I encourage them not only to do a will, but to keep it in my office where we have a vault that's fireproof and waterproof, and it's only $5, which is a one-time fee. So I highly encourage that. Yes.
That's it.
And it's very good for safekeeping.
Can't even get a Big Mac and a smoothie for that.
Exactly, exactly. So I highly encourage people to file their will in my office in the vault so it can be there for safekeeping. So that's very good. Also, I will continue to meet with bank managers and funeral home directors to make the process easier and quicker for family members who come to my office. It streamlines the process. For example, when I came into office, if someone came to my office, they didn't have the death certificate or didn't have the balance of the bank account, they would literally have to leave and go to the bank and come back, and go to the funeral home and come back. Now we can pick up the phone and say, this is the Register of Wills office, can you please fax this to me, or can you give us the balance as of date of death? So I'm trying to streamline that process for the citizens.
Great, because the family's under stress then, it's a tough time,
Absolutely.
For a person then to have to worry with a lot of paperwork. They have enough as it is,
And for example, if you're someone from out of town, you're not familiar, we'll tell them, please go back down 301 to 202 to the bank and then get back to us, which is one of the reasons why I also started the Saturday hours. It makes it easier perhaps for someone coming out of town. And then for someone who's trying to get to my office before we close, could be a hardship case where the person takes off from their job, they're not paid, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, certainly.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, that's great. And that's in effect now?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Oh, yes.
You didn't waste any time, did you?
No, I did not. I went to office in 06. I did that in 07. So that's one of the things, and enhancing the community outreach. And like I said, we just did the Braille brochures, which is something definitely new. So I'm glad to do that. And we spoke to a group of blind people, so that was very good. Very good.
And basically, your number will be contact number. You want to give that again?
Sure. 301-952-3250. That is the main number for the office. And that is also the number to call. I am available to do slideshow presentation. My presentation talks about the importance of having a will and what to expect when you come to my office to open up an estate. So I'm always available, day or night. It doesn't matter. I'm there.
Well, what's your recommendation about changing your will and how much time? I know we anticipate, sometimes we know something's going to happen, and you know, we like to get things in order.
Well, first of all,
what do you suggest?
If you already have a will, I highly recommend that you review it at least every 3 to 5 years to make sure it's current. Sometimes there might be major changes. You might have more kids, more grandkids, and you don't want to leave them out. So I highly recommend that you review it. And if you don't have a will, I highly recommend you do that.
And when you say don't have a will, what you're saying, anyone, I don't know, 8 to 80, you should have a will. Even 8-year-old.
Right. At least 18 years of age, you can do a will.
Right.
And so many times people will say, I don't have anything, but I always stop them. Yes, you do.
Right.
The clothes you have on the vehicle, you do.
And you'd be surprised how some people get in, have problems, you know, over items that a person had.
You'd be
and
surprised.
Susie wanted me to have that bureau or something. You know?
You'd
if
be
it wasn't in the
surprised.
will, then they have a hard time.
You must
really
make it
claiming
legal. Put it in writing. Because I'm sure not your family members, Mr. Brown, but there are some families, they have big arguments over $1 or this much land.
Right.
So I highly recommend it.
No matter what it is. And what people fail to realize too, it could be items, just like the diamond ring or the or the car, the Mercedes sitting down the
That classic car that you have. Yes.
Right, the classic cars, you know. Because once it starts, you know, people have a tendency to pop up from everywhere. You know, Aunt John,
Those
Aunt
are strange
Susie,
family members.
Right. Haven't seen them in 10, 20 years, you know, and when something happens like this.
And not only estranged family members, but you have estranged spouses.
Estranged spouses.
Yes. You
They show up.
Estranged, yes.
They've been divorced for 40 years, and they show up when the guy
Or they
dies.
claim, well, we were never really divorced. So which is it? Were you divorced or not? So, you know, those
and
things
how do
happen.
you prove that? And all of that, you got to go
And
through
that's
that.
when it
So
takes
that's
time.
why the interest in having the will is just very, very important. We don't put enough emphasis on that.
No.
You know, especially the younger you are, the less chance you feel you should have a will.
But you and I know you can die at any age.
Anytime.
At
I mean,
any age.
you walk across the street, you know, crosswalk. You know, I've seen
That's
people
true.
who walk across the street and that's it. Boy, somebody hit you. Whose fault it is doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's too late.
So I highly encourage.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Well,
and
thank you very much,
congratulate you
and thank you for your support. And I
for
look forward to
your,
working with you another 4 years.
victory and everything. And I know that you're going to continue to give Prince George's County your best. You've indicated that, and I'd like to have you. Okay, this is Ed Brown.
Thank
hey,
you.
we're going to be busy. We got 2 more guests coming up. See you in a second. Get that coffee, whatever you're going to do, because this is going fast. These people, very important. We got Bowie State Vice President, Assistant Vice President of Development here to give you some information about that fine institution. Yolanda Pruitt, welcome to the Ed Brown Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
I tell you, how do you get involved with Bowie State?
Well, I've been in higher education for a career and had the opportunity to come to Bowie State 5 years ago.
Oh,
and
great.
it's just been wonderful. I came just as a lot of exciting things
Yeah,
began to happen.
all the new buildings and everything going up there.
New
You got the football field. You got the natural turf out there. And you know, and we talked off campus. We're going to work on getting some lights out there at Bowie Stadium.
Well, the new field has brought a lot of excitement.
Right.
The games have a whole different atmosphere, so we invite anyone to join us and come to Bulldog Stadium. And
I was out there. I was out there this past weekend in Elizabeth City, and I had my chair, you know, and I rolled over and almost went to sleep on that surface. That surface, boy, I felt good. I felt like running, you know, a touchdown or something.
It's nice.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's very nice, and our
Right.
bulldog is prominent, front and center. It's a very nice
Great.
field.
Okay, finish. You were telling us about
Well,
yourself.
there's a great deal of excitement over the field and all the possibilities that it brings for us. This is our 145th anniversary year.
100,
So
145.
we are 145.
That's a little older than me. Just a little bit.
That's a lot older than you. And then if we're talking about your spirit, it's way older than you because you have a young spirit. We are the oldest historically black institution in Maryland. We're very proud of that. And our start was in Baltimore before we came to Prince George's County, but we've been there for most of that time. And to mark the year, we've had a lot of different things occurring from January all the way through to now. And we're going to close out our celebration with a gala, an awards and recognition dinner that will emphasize all that time that we've been able to observe the transpirings in the county and around our state and the nation. And we want to honor individuals and organizations in 4 categories and capture their stories for our archive so that we continue to provide historic perspectives for our community. So we're very excited about that. That's December 3rd.
December 3rd, and when will it be held?
It's going to be at the Greenbelt Marriott on December
Oh,
3rd in the
great.
evening, right after work. You could come down, and we start at 6 o'clock with our reception. And we want to bring recognition to individuals who have been extraordinary in their service to the community, their service to the university. We want to bring spotlight to our legacy, the outstanding accomplishments of alumni, and just have a really good opportunity for fellowship and people to get to know Bowie State better and come and just be with us. So it should be a really, really fun evening.
Gala, that sounds like it's going to be great.
It
Going to
will.
go over the history, and my son graduated from Bowie State.
I knew there was something about you. He invested you with
Right,
that aura.
right.
That's great.
But actually, it's a lot of things that are happening that's in the mix out there. You know, we discussed about development of shopping center possibly there, and also I heard a rumor that we're in the running for the University of Baltimore Law School.
Wow.
And so, all of you people out there, this is a chance. You want to, hey, this election is over now. Get some of those guys in politics. What you want to do is lobby for Bowie State to get the University of Baltimore Law School on their campus. Now, that would be a plus if, in fact, that they could get they're in the bid with some big dogs. The University of Maryland wants it too.
Wow.
But Bowie State is part of that. They're trying to bring it there because it would be a beautiful thing, because it would serve the people in the southern part of the county, just fantastic.
Oh.
But hey, that's a rumor now. But anyway, get your delegation, talk to your senator, talk to your representative, and get them to lobby for the University of Baltimore being located on the Bowie State University.
Well,
So,
my goodness.
Yeah, so I talked to Delegate Vaughn and about the same thing. And also we want to lobby for lights for Bowie State, for that new field. What's sense in having a new field there? You can't light it up once in a while.
Light it up once in a while.
Or light it up once in a while, because it's just like I told the delegate, I said, it's a revenue producing. They talk about how much it costs to put the field down there, but hey, to put lights out there, and the community can get involved, the Little League and people like that, and utilization of revenue, where everybody was trying to find some way to increase their revenue, and that would be one. So you politicians out, your delegates say, hey, you got the field now, we need the lights.
Yeah, well, certainly there is a lot of discussion about that because we do want to explore, we want to expand our relationships with the community.